Well, here we are, Miss Tang. Elephant in the room. We look good.
Yes, yes.
You know,
I don't always look like this.
me neither. So, let's get to it.
Yes, so you got nominated for a Grammy. How did you do that? Who did you pay?
So,
Obviously, you didn't pay anybody. I'm just joking. I know you are incredibly talented. I want to know, how did it get to that level of going from Canadian musician to worldwide, top of the stars, Beyonce's best friend, Rihanna's, you know.
I wish, and I wish. I've thought about this question because I'm asking it myself, just like, how did this even happen? And it all goes down to, I worked on Miss Columbia for 5 years straight. Mm-hmm. You know, for 5 years, I was invested in these rhythms. I was invested in the production side. I pushed myself vocally, and I didn't think about the Grammys. I didn't think about any awards, you know. So that's why I feel like it's surprising that it will go all the way to the Grammys, because I feel like I'm making art, and I'm under the impression that the Grammys only apply to, you know, like super radio hits that are super international, you know, and the songs that have been highlighted from this album are songs about, you know, the pain of giving birth, you know, and I don't really hear that in the radio, you know. It's like you hear about the love between a man and a woman, and to me, it's been done. It's honestly boring, and it's honestly disgusting to even think about a man and a woman kissing. Let's just... Can barely do it myself with my baby daddy.
I was about to be like, and your partner?
He knows. He's well aware. It's a struggle. We should be in therapy, but alas.
That name was given to me by a friend of mine. You're such a witch prophet lady. And I was like, I love that. Drop the lady. I'm keeping that name. So witch prophet, drop the lady. And I was like, yes, this feels good.
I love that. I love to hear that. I mean, I think that names are so important, especially as, you know, queer folks, brown folks, immigrants, you know, any POC or any letter of the spectrum, lovely rainbow alphabet, you know, it's important that we recognize those things like our names, because it's not that easy to be brown in Canada.
Yeah.
It's not easy to be Black anywhere in the world. Mm-hmm. How do you feel like, you know, being who you are, you know, a strong, Black, independent, queer woman in music, you know, like what have been, you know, the lessons that you've learned, and what do you think that you still have to fight for in 2021?
I think being a queer Black African woman of the diaspora living in Canada, everything is a challenge for me. Everything that I've had to do in the past 10 years has been a challenge, just getting people to listen to me and to believe in my vision is probably the hardest thing that I've had to come across. Just getting people to listen first. So, you know, like as an artist, most people are like, they want to see what you've done first before they sort of jump on the bandwagon. Yeah. But it's really hard to even get anybody to look in your direction when you are Black, when you're queer, when you live in the margins. You know, when you're an independent artist, you don't have a team. So for the first, 10 years of my career, everything was very difficult. And it's only now started to get a little bit better, with people here and there coming through being like, I want to help you. Mm-hmm. But otherwise, it's been a very difficult movement. And I hope that it gets better within the Canadian music industry, but I don't know if it will. But I hope that it does.
You do work with your soulmate, partner, you know, you create together. Tell me about that, and most importantly, how do you make it work?
It's hard, but it's worth it because she knows what I like. She knows what makes me feel comfortable. She's my producer, so she makes all my beats. I think I spent 10 years trying to find producers to give me beats to work on the musical aspect, not the lyrics or the melody, but the actual sound. It was really hard to work with people, and I think the reason why I'm more likely to work with Sun Sun is because I never feel intimidated working with her. It's a joy and a blessing to work with her because she knows me so well and she respects my boundaries.
Yeah.
And she's ultra talented and like one of the best female producers in Toronto, completely underground and definitely needs to be known more. What do you like, you know, we're both incredibly strong women in the music industry. What would your advice be for women or non-binary people wanting to get into this industry? What's the best advice you have been given, and what's the best advice that you think would be good to give for somebody?
So I think the biggest lesson that I've learned in my years of living in Canada and trying to be an artist here and trying to succeed at it is that we have a clear inferiority complex. We're comparing ourselves to the United States all the time. So I feel like we need to set standards for ourselves. I think that striving for excellence is very important. I try very hard to always learn from my shows. You know, I'm my biggest critic, you know, and I think that exercise of always wanting to be better has helped me a lot. And just like don't ever care about what other people are doing, only really worry about how you can be better. And also all the energy that you give to the universe, that's what you're gonna get back.